Happy Saturday and welcome to the end of week review for this week. And this week is a wonderful week. We have full 5 trading day. So we are week 6 right here. Next week gonna be week 7. So basically we finished the first trading week of February. And we are in Q1, quarter 1 for 2026. So week 6 right here, week 7, week 8, week 9, and week 10, 11, and 12 right here. You finish quarter 1 right there, and then you have quarter 2, so on. Let's look at the economic calendar right here. So this week, Monday, we have some PMI data. And then we have jobs claims. So this week is the week after the FOMC meeting. And it does so. Yes, indeed. You see that we mark the FOMC meeting the Monday. Whenever we have FOMC meeting on that week, we mark the range of the Monday and we see how we observe how it's behaved. And you see that last week FOMC meeting, right? It started last week, which is the last trading week of January right there. So exactly the Monday start on 26th, and then the decision, the new come out 28. That's where you can see that 28 right there, and then boom, the next 2 days is kind of sell off, and then you have the Monday. Is that Monday? February 2nd. Right, yeah, that's the Monday. It's just a build up sell liquidity, and the next 3 days of this week is sell off. But then Friday, surprising, is reclaim, it revert. And look at this level, very key level, see that? It tests above 1, 2, you break it and then you reclaim right away. That's how the price is moving or programmed to do that way. All right, let's look at the Monday for this week. We start February the 2nd. Here the green chart we have on a high time frame. In this case is the weekly on the left side, and then the monthly is on the right side. When look on the monthly, it's very interesting. You see that you have a lot of tests from above right there. So we anticipate February gonna be a down close candle. You see level test from above 3 times. So it's the February right here, then you have January, you have December, and then November. They all test from above the level. Or if you look at the monthly, it's at the double right there. And we anticipate February gonna be a sell-off month, and that's what we anticipate. Look on the weekly, you can see that this key level right there, you see that it break and then it reclaim right away, and it break again and it test from above. Then the week following it fall, but somehow the week after that it just reclaim that level. So we want to see how if it's gonna be follow through right here, it's gonna be sell up right here, or it's gonna be reclaim that level. Alright, so that's it. Monthly and weekly. Let's look at the daily see anything. So you can see, you know, last week right there. So the last week you see the Monday, right? And let's see. So February the 2nd. So you see that it hit this lower end, right? You have upper end right there. The minute it break that one, it close above, it tests, and then it tests from above, then it reverse. So interesting to see if Monday is gonna follow through. But before the market open, you already see it touch a level. You don't want to see that if you want to short on Monday. If you want to short on Monday, you want it not touch that level, yes, because you want the liquidity to be there. It looked like it raised that liquidity already, which is very interesting in this case. So let's drill down to the 15-minute time frame. Let's do it. So here's the 15-minute time frame, the last 5 days, right? So you see the huge down move right here, and you see the nicely the market build the sell side liquidity, and boom, the Monday it raised all that sell side liquidity, and right here it make a double bottom beautifully. You look carefully, you see the double bottom right there at this candle. So if you want to go long at the 9:30, you want it to be around here. You don't want it to be already, you know, make a huge leg up right there. So let's see. Let's look a little bit detail on that right here. You see the nicely, you know, fall breakout type 3 right there. See that level? All right, let's look right here. Let's open this with a snipping to where we can draw some level, right? You see nicely right here. You see that level? You can trick that level right there at 68, 93, 75, or you can trick this level also. The level right here, just right here. Yeah, you see that? Break 1, break 2. The minute you thought it's gonna be make the next leg down, it flipped. So it's a 4 breakout type 3. Or if you could trick that level, it's the same. Double right there. So you see that? So you have a break 1, break 2, okay. For high, you know, probability you want another break right here and go up, but it's okay. 2 breaks should be meet the requirement, right? In this case, it ripped all this, you know, all of this sell side liquidity. This is the double bottom right here. It's very nice, and sometimes it's not gonna swift another swift sell side liquidity. Sometimes it make a high low right here, but this case it gives you the sweep right there. So it's very reliable setup, right? So the idea that if you see 2 break, you want to make sure that it's have a sell side liquidity for the long setup and buy side liquidity for short setup. That's the whole idea right there. Yeah, let's do a little bit annotation right here. So basically right here we have a we have a 4 breakout type 3 right here, and it's gonna be another word right here. It's a double bottom pattern right there. DPP right there, double bottom. Yes, and in this case it's a reversal. So let's see, and we can see that it only have 2 break. Note that, you know, 2 break, but you have a sell-side liquidity sweep on the second break, which is very critical. Normally you want 3 break, right? But if 2 break and plus with the sell-side liquidity, then it can give you a very high quality setup. You don't have to wait for a 3rd break. Alright, take a look at this setup. It's also a 4 breakout type 3 long setup and reversal. But interesting that the level right here, you see that there's no sell-side liquidity sweep on the second leg down or the second break right there. The reason why because we have more than 2 break, like break 1, and you have break 1 right there, break 2, break 3 right here. You see that 3 break. So if you have more than 2 break, then you don't need the sell side liquidity sweep. See that? That is the new on right there. So, but in this case, you only have 2 break, but you have a sell side liquidity sweep, so it equivalent like 3 break right there. So sometimes we say, oh, we have to wait for sell side liquidity, then you may miss this trade. So that's the trick right there. We observe in this case this break 3 times, right? The break right here, right? 1, 3, 5, which is 3 break right there. The minute you thought gonna make leg down, boom, it reversed. So that's the beautiful contract, and see the difference between 2 break and 3 break. If it's 2 break, then you make sure you have a sell side liquidity sweep or buy side liquidity sweep. But if it's 3 break, then you don't need it. It's already complete, so it's gonna reverse. That's the whole thing that we try home right there. Alright, now let's rewind the tips on Monday to see how it's play out. So we start a recording at 7:39 Eastern Time, and let's see. Alright, so just right here. That's at 9:30. If you want to go long, it's just right at open right there. Right, so we already analyzed right here, double bottom already formed. So if you want to go long, you don't want to go here. Right, because it's right in the mid-range right here. You don't want to do that. You either let it break down here and then go long. So let's see how it's play out. You see that's the huge spring at 9:30. Boom! Wow. So it may go read all this buy side liquidity. Yeah, boom. Yeah. Not much we can do on Monday. Alright. If we trade the pre-market, then should be around 2 p.m. you go long from here. But if you try to go long from here, it's a little bit risky. So it's okay. So we don't have much, setup for Monday. The only setup is just right here around this level. When at 9:30 around this level, not much we can do. Yeah, not much you can do. All right, now let's roll into Tuesday, February the 3rd. All right, here's the screenshot we took for Tuesday, beginning of the day for high time frame. The weekly and the monthly. So surprisingly, on the monthly, it got flipped, right? We thought that it's gonna be a Dow close sell off in February, but somehow the Monday is it got reversal or it got reclaimed right there. We see that the setup happened around 1 a.m. and then the 9:30 on Monday it continued. So it's the huge close open right there Monday for this week. Let's look at the daily. So this is the Monday, right? And here's we are on Tuesday, and it did break the high of this candle, and it's above the high range for FOMC Monday candle range right there. So let's see if it's gonna fool people thought they're gonna go long and they got flipped. So let's see. Now we look on the 15-minute time frame. Let's see. So here you see that it built up a lot of the sell side liquidity there, and you see the gap right there. So I think it's prime, and it stay at that level right here, the range that last time it break down. So if we're gonna go short, I think it's perfect to go short. It got perfect to go short on Tuesday. You see that? It break the high. I think it's perfect to go short. And if you mark this level, you're gonna see the short right there. Let's see. Let's draw some line right here and see how it's played out. So right here is the last candle that really make a huge range right there. So let's mark the level if we see anything. See that? We want it to be yellow. So you see that it's break 1, break 2 right there. Alright, so it can be a full breakout type 3 right there. And if you go to this level right here, just above that, or you can go a little bit up one more level right here. Yes, so it can give you a decent setup right here also. So basically you have break 1, break 2, break 3, break 4 right there. That is the beautiful for the flip right there. So you have break 1, break 2, break 3, and break 4. The minute you thought you're gonna make a leg up, it got flip on you right there. So basically we have we can put right here for breakout type 3 right here, and it's a reversal. Let's see how it's play out. In this case, you have more than 2 breaks, then you don't need a, you don't need a liquidity sweep. But in this case, it's even better. It have a buy sell liquidity sweep. So note that you have, 4 break. Yeah, plus with buy side liquidity sweep. So perfect setup, high quality. Yeah, so that's what we up here. Let's see how it's play out. All right, let's rewind the tips on Tuesday, February the 3rd, and see right there. So let's do it then. Roll the tape right here, my friend, and see. So we already marked that level. Is that right? So the level we marked is right there. Right there, just above the open. Okay, just above, yeah, right there, that level. Perfect. You see that level? That level. Let's check the screenshot real quick. Okay. So here's the level that we are aiming, or we aim at right there. So let's see how it's play out. That level. Let's draw the level. So make sure we are aim at the same target right there. You see that? That's the level that we are anticipate a 4 breakout territory right there. You have breakout 1, breakout 2, breakout 3, and then you have breakout 4 right there. You have four times. The minute you thought they're gonna go up, then it flip on you right there. That's the whole idea. Okay, so now let's roll it. Let's rolling, keep rolling. Boom, boom. You see that? Beautiful. So here's at 9:30. Look at how 9:30 go. See that? That's 9:34. Wow. Want to see exactly what happened. See that? Yes. Yes, so that where the flip happened. You see that? 31. Yes. 31. Let's take this screenshot. So we take this screenshot at 9:31, right? Let's make let's draw the same level again. So which is this level? See that level right there? So it trapped you right there. The minute you thought that it's gonna make a what? The neck leg up right there. That's where at 9:30 really flip it there, and it's perfect. Remember, keep in mind on Monday we don't have the setup because the 9:30 is just at the range that that you cannot go long because it's already maxed out. But on Tuesday you have perfect setup. Yeah, you want to short them, you want to short at the top. On Monday we want to go long, but it's not at the bottom at all. It's just in the mid range, so there's not much for us can do. But on Tuesday, a perfect setup. It really light up for us right there. Beautiful setup. Right. Here's you have a break. You have break 1 right here. That's a 4 breakout. Come on. you have break 2, hold on, now break 1 start from here, break 1, 2, 3 and 4, and it looked like it's gonna make another right here, but that's where it got flipped on you, and it's the time is aligned with the level, which is at 9:30, so it's perfect. So if on Monday there's no setup, then don't trade. Wait for the setup. Remember, even though we are a day trader, but we don't have to trade every day. If the setup is not there, then just sit on our hand, patient, wait for the setup. And when you wait, the setup show up beautiful right here. So 4 breakout right there, and you have all the requirement for this one. You have the break 4 and almost 5, and then you have a liquidity sweep. In this case, with the high of the Monday, so you have a very high quality setup right here. 4 breakout type 3, and it's a double top pattern right here, and it's a reversal, right? And keep in mind is the break. We have noted that it's 4 break, and then it likely and 5 break number 5, right? Look like a number 5 break at 0930, very alignment right there. And then you plus the buy side liquidity sweep, you have perfect setup right there. You need to short right there, exactly at 9:30 right here, and it gives you a beautiful setup. All right, now we roll the tape. You can see, you see it's flipped right there, right? Just 1 minute, and after that it coming down. See that? Wow, 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 wow! Look at that. So you see the gap right here? We know it's gonna come down. Beautiful, beautiful short right there. You know, we can check a profit right here, right? Or you can wait, it may go down, take the low of this candle also. Let's see. Let's see how it's play out. Yeah, this is a retracement before it make. You see the retracement? You see this candle after the expansion? The minute it closed above that candle, it flipped right away. Yes, so that's another lesson we learned. Let's take risk right here. We know that it's gonna be another leg down, because here's the thing. Here's the thing right here. So basically you have what right here. Here's another pattern that we see, right? So sometimes you want it to be back and forth, but sometimes it just want to move right there, right? The candle as it ran, at minutes it closed, boom, it reversed right away. So it's a neck leg out pattern right here, right? That's a neck leg down. So you have a candle after expansion, and then a minute is closed, then a minute is reclaim right away. So this is a yeah, this is a neck leg down right here, right? Which is or the candle after expansion. In this case, it's neck linked out. So you have the close and reclaim right away. We should put a note right there. And what is the time for this candle, by the way? So let's rewind right here. What is the time? Okay, so it's 11, right? 11. Yes, 11. So 11. S11. Right there. We give a little bit reference on the time at 11. Yeah, neck laid down at 11. Alright, now keep rolling the tabs right there at 11. Boom, make neck laid down. Wow, you see that? It go all the way down here. And at around 2 it start yeah, wow, actually you see right there, yeah, around 2, boom, it just try to recover right there. So basically on Tuesday we have a beautiful setup at 9:30, which is 4 breakout type 3. Let's put them all together. Alright, here's how we put them all together very nice and beautifully, so we can see how it happened in the real time. So you see that we mark the level. We see the break 1, break 2, break 3, break 4 to the upside. Alright, the minute you thought they're gonna make a neck light up, that's where they're gonna flip on you. So that's the reason why we call it 4 breakout type 3 right there. So type 3 is pretty much related to double top or double bottom, where you can see the break is happen more than 2 times. And we learned from the Monday analysis that if it's 2 times, then you really want a liquidity sweep. But if it's more than 2 times, then the liquidity sweep is not necessary. But if it's there, then it's a perfect setup. And you look a little bit further right before 9:30, the setup is nicely formed. And then at 9:30, perfect right there. It make a number 5 break right there, 9:30. Look like it's gonna break it, but that is where the 4 breakout happen. And it's the liquidity, the level, and the time is just perfectly aligned for you. Then take the trade. Look at the location. Right? When you want short, you want to short at the top right there. On Monday you had a setup, right? But we didn't have setup on a Monday because the location is not there. All right, you want to go long on Monday, but the location is not helpful. But for here, you want to go short, perfect. It up on the top right there. And here is the neck laid down right there. So you may stay in a trade because the minute you have a candle after expansion, the minute it's closed above that, it reclaimed right away. So you know that it neck laid down in play, and it happened. So just recap, on Tuesday we have beautiful setup for breakout type 3. It's a long setup. You couldn't ask for better setup than that. On Monday you don't have much setup. Alright, now we roll into Wednesday, February the 3rd, 2026. No, February the 4th. Alright, here's the Wednesday before the open. Here's the high time frame. It's the weekly and the monthly. So we see that the dynamics of the monthly is changed, right? On Monday we thought it's gonna be sell off, but somehow it's reclaimed and then it sell on Tuesday. And Wednesday, around today, I mean on Tuesday. We saw up Tuesday. We have a beautiful setup for breakout type 3 short setup double top Tuesday, and here we are on Wednesday, and here's the weekly. So let's see if it's gonna flip or not. So right, let's go down on the daily. So here we are right there. The Monday is reclaim, and then Tuesday is reverse. How beautiful is that? And see that level right there? Something at that level that it could go back and forth. If you look at this level, you can see that is a full breakout. Yeah, it is. It's gonna be a full breakout. Yeah, let's see. Let's open this with a snipping tool, huh? So here's we are right here on Wednesday, and it's a daily time frame. You see that lower right there? You see the break. You see break 1. See break 2. See that? It's not counted. You want it to be down close and break, and then you have break 3, beautiful, and you have break 5 right there. The minute you thought that it's gonna break that level, you see the Tuesday is reclaimed right away. So basically we have a full breakout double, right? You do have everything. It's a full breakout type 3 right there, and it's a double top pattern, and you have a reversal right here, and the reversal happened already, right? Yeah, it happened on Tuesday. So let's see if Wednesday is gonna be follow through. So how many break you have? Noted that we have 4 break. Beautiful. Plus we have a buy sell equity sweep, so it's very high setup right there on, on Wednesday for us. You see the level right there, or you see the level handled by what? Handled by the FOMC meeting. I mean, if you look, let's look at the yeah, so where is the level for so level is 6995. Where is 6995? Go back to right there. So that's the level we short. You remember on that's the level right there. So that's the level of FOMC meeting. 699.50, and it's the FOMC level. See that? Perfectly to the left. See that? So we know on Tuesday, so beautiful setup right there. See that? That's the level FOMC. On the daily, you see that, and beautifully lay out on Tuesday for us. Okay, all right, we save it, and now we'll go back to the daily. So you see that, to see it Wednesday gonna follow through. Oh, right there. If it's gonna follow through, then it's gonna retest this level or reclaim this level. All right, go look at 15 minutes right here. You see the huge down move right here, so we believe that they just engineer liquidity in order to make a neck leg down. That's what we believe. And here's a closer look right there. And now let's roll the tips for Wednesday to see what happened next. Here we are. We have the recording for Wednesday, February the 4th. So let's see at 9:30 if we want to short. Is that going to be a good short for us? Wow. So where it finished 9:30, you see that? Let the 9:30 finish. Yes. So right here, what do we have right here? Do we have any interesting setup for us after the 9:30? So on Wednesday, 9:30, don't do anything, wait. And it gives us an idea that it's still pretty much in the range of London. Oh, you see the open range right there. What do you see? The open range. You see any setup at all? Well, if you let's draw that level. Look into the left, you see this candle range 9:30 on Monday. That's the key level right there, my friend. So basically right there, do we have any setup? Yes, so we have break 1, break 2, okay, 2 break, yeah, not much, right? And it's in the middle of the range, so but at least it leaves a circle right here. 2 break plus test from above, so it may flip right there, but it's not really a high quality setup because it's in the mid range, right? You want it short, you want it to be on the top. The setup is there, but there's not really high quality. So you have break 1 and then break 2, so not spot liquidity at all. Okay, so just take a note right here and look. Maybe on Wednesday we don't have any setup, so we'll break out, take 3 right here. And if gonna make the neck leg down right here, it's gonna be a continuation. So we know that it's only 2 break and plus no no liquidity sweep at all, either buy side or sell side. Liquidity sweep. So basically it's not a high quality setup. Alright, let's save this one and go back to recording and see. Boom. Yeah, but you see that the minute it doesn't follow through at all. So Wednesday a little bit tricky. Yeah, you see that very hard to trade. Wow, if you stay there, you may have set up at 9:30. You see that at 9:30? Yes. 9:30 right there. So basically on Wednesday we have a very high resistant liquidity run. On Tuesday you see that it moved very smooth, but on Wednesday the neck leg down is very very high resistance right there. So if you short right at that level, then you need to really stay in the trade. You can do a small size then, but if you look at the 930, you still have a nice setup right there. Okay, let's roll all the way, see how, wow, it come back. So so if you short, you have to get out. So basically Wednesday is a little bit tricky to trade. So here's our end of day. For 15 minutes, you see the trade right there for you right there. So basically you see at a minute it break above that, you see that? Break, test from above and reverse. You have a setup right here. So it's gonna be type 1 reversal. What is the time frame for that? Let's go back to the 15-minute chart right here. Yes, so right here you have a 930 level, 930 right here. So basically you have a beautiful setup, but you have to get out, alright? You have to get out when it hit the level. So basically you have a type 1 right here. The 45 gives you the idea that it's gonna be short. So right here you have type 1 right here. Break, touch from above and reverse, and this one is 1045. So it's 1045 for breakout. 1045 for breakout type 1. Beautiful. Just patient and wait. You have beautiful setup right here. So basically you have break, alright, and then you have test from above, and then you have a reverse right here or reclaim, and this one is at 1045. 1045, yes. So it's 1045 right there. So basically here's what we are right here. We have a full breakout type 1. In this case is a continuation, right? Yeah, you can say that. Continuation. It's not a reversal. At the time it's 1045. So basically the first step you have is break it, and then you have test from above, and then you have a reclaim or reverse at 1045. Perfect. Yeah, in this case it's a short setup, right? And remember, you have to check the profits at that level, otherwise you're gonna get back your gain right there. Alright, let's save this one. Alright, we just saved it. So it's a full breakout type 3 right there. So break, touch from above, and then it's reclaim. Then it's yeah, make this annotation a little bit. So first is a break. Alright, it's a break. And then you have a test from above, a very long wick right there, gives you a strong signal. Test from above, and then you have reclaim right away. Reclaim or reverse. Reclaim in this case is a 1045. Perfect, the time alignment right there. So basically it rate the liquidity, it build up liquidity from 9:30 to 10:45. It's about an hour 50 minutes to build liquidity, sell side liquidity, and you have to go make a neck leg down. Yeah, neck leg down. Short is mean neck leg down right there. the neglect in this case. Alright, I think now we can move into Thursday. Alright, here's we have on Thursday, right? It looked like the anticipate we have from Monday. Now it's kind of review itself, alright, because we want to anticipate that the February gonna be a sell-off, and you see that now on Thursday. And let's see in the, you see that there? So it follow through. You remember the 4 breakout dip level? Break 1, break 2, break 3, break 4, and boom, it flipped. And Wednesday is kind of stall a little bit, and then boom, let's see if the Thursday follow through right there. It's gonna be, it break that level right there. You see that level? That from above twice, Monday and Wednesday. So Thursday we anticipate gonna break that level, and we already see that it's break the level. Here's the 15-minute time frame right there. So we believe it's gonna go down with all this sell activity. So if we short, oh man, we would love to see the 930 around here to short them. We don't want to short at around this location. Alright, let's watch the tape to see what happened. Alright, here we go. We have February 5th, Thursday. And let's see. Time and location, very important. So 9. Wow. Beautiful. We want a retrace right here so we can go in and short them. Yes. You want it retrace right here. Yes. That where you want. So perfectly right here. Let's draw it a little bit right before night. Right before. Yes. 44. Beautiful. Yes. So 44 right there. Let's check the screenshot real quick to see if we can short. So we wait for 930 and give us a short setup. Short setup for us right there. So how is the short setup? Any 4 breakout? Yeah. Right, any 4 breakout, maybe this level. Do we have anything? Maybe this level. See that? Yeah, or maybe at this level. Maybe it's not a type 3, but at least give you a type 2 right here, right? Test from below, break and reverse. So you have a type 2 right here. You have a type 2 at that level. So you have a test from below, you break it, and then you want it a reclaim or reverse that level. That is a beautiful setup right here. So basically it's a 4 breakout type 2 right here, and it's a neck leg down. Alright, neck leg down and S0945. So basically you have test from below, and then you break it, and number 3 you want it to be reclaimed. Yep. Let's save this one. So at this level, candle after expansion, you have a nice setup also. It's type 2 also. but it's very strong than lead level because you have test from below 3 times. 1, 2, 3, and the minute that it close above level, it reclaim right away. So you have test from below, break, and reverse. That's a signature for type 2, which is the neck leg down. Perfect setup. Perfect setup. So it's a 4 breakout. Alright, so we just saved it right there. 3 level. I mean, the second level right here. Let's roll the tape right here, see what happens next. Boom. Wow, it retraced a little bit right there. Yes. Ooh. So you have another setup right there. You see that level? That's type 3 right there. Break 1, break 2, break 3. So similar like Wednesday, the Thursday kind of very high resistance liquidity. But if you stay faithful in your trade, you still have nice and handsome profits right there. Alright, so here's we have a type 3 right here there at 15.15 right there, and this is the level at 68.40.75. You see that level right there? You have break 1, break 2, break 3, boom. The minute you thought they're gonna make a leg up, it flipped on you right away. So it happened at 15.15, which is 3 p.m. No, 15 after 3 p.m. right there. Alright, now we roll into Friday, February the 6th. Alright, so here we go on Friday. Remember on Monday, we anticipate that the monthly candle gonna be down close for February, and here we go on Friday. It's happening. So let's see if the Friday follow through, break down that level. Look into, open the wrong one, look into the beginning of the day right here. So, but it looked like, you see that level right there, or the FOMC level. It can be, wow, very interesting here. It may not follow through. Look at that. What do we have right here is a 4 breakout type 3, a long setup. You will see what we mean right here. So you keep that level right there. You see that level is it's FOMC meeting in September last year, 2025. So what do we have? We have a break to the outside, break 1. Alright, and then you have break 2. We may have 4 breakout right there. Check 3 right there. You break 3 and then you break 4. Remember, this is the level, alright? So 68 something, 85 something. Alright, you have another break, so 6 break. And then you have 7 break. And now you have just on Thursday another breakdown right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The minute you thought they're gonna make a neck leg down, it flip on you, and let's see, it's gonna happen on Friday. That's beautiful, beautiful setup. It will surprise everyone. If they go and short on Friday, they will have the butt kick right here, because it's a very little setup type 3, because they're gonna build up a lot of buy side liquidity, and boom, it reclaim all of that. So it's a 4 breakout type type 3 right here. All right. Yes, you have how many break? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and anticipate it gonna be Friday. So the fourth breakout happened on Friday. So like that's very yeah, you can call it reverse, right? It's a reverse right here. But anyway, it can be reverse or it can continuation. It's hard to say in this scenario, but it happened on Friday, which is very important because that where people least expect that how they're gonna be sell off on Friday, right? And how many break we have? We have so many break. So we have 7 break. And do we have a liquidity sweep? Yeah, we do. Yeah, sweep this liquidity. And yeah, maybe not this liquidity, but it did. You see that? Liquidity sweep right there. 1, 2, 3. 3 liquidity sweep right there. 3 in a row right there. 3 sets of liquidity sweep. Then you have perfect setup. So this Friday, it's gonna be flip, which is it's gonna reclaim. Very strong signal on high time frame so we can go long. All right, now let's look at the 15-minute time frame. So here's look like on a 15-minute time frame. You see the sweep right there. 1, 1, 2, 3. 3 sell side liquidity. We see that on the daily. That's how it manifests itself on 15 minutes. So we can go long. We can go long. We can go long right here. Wow, it's already up here. So we would love to see a pullback at 9:30 and then we can go long. That's the whole idea. That's it, the whole idea right there. All right, let's roll the tape to see how it's played out. All right, here you go. We have February the 6th, Friday. Let's see. On the high time frame, we already see it's up. They kind of flip. So like going at 9:30, we want to. Wow. Okay, so can we go along right here? What do we see? We already see this recover, a huge move right here. So a little bit tricky to go long because at this location, right? Because it's above. Is that above 68.79? 68.79. 79. Oh yeah, around there. 68.79. Yeah, around that level. So it's just around that level. So there's the huge recovery. So if you go long, just go with small size, especially Friday. The setup right there, but the level is not really attractive. So let's see. So right here. Let's draw it level to see. So this level right here. Let's draw it. Yeah, you can see it right there. Break 1, break 2, maybe break 3 right here, and you have break 4. And the minute you thought they're gonna make like that, it flips. So yes, it's a perfect setup for the 9:30. So you see that break to the south. 1, 2. You may say right here 3, and boom, 4. And the minute you're gonna make like that, it flips. So 9:30. Yes. Alright, we just save it. Alright, now keep rolling the tape to see. 9:30, you see that? Do you see that? Yeah, 9:30. It looks scary, right? But that's exactly where we need to go along. You're gonna flip exactly at 9:30. It looks scary. Alright, we just saved right there. It looked like gonna make leg down right here, but that's exactly where you're gonna flip. Exactly gonna flip right there. You see that? Wow. Boom. Wow, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, let's recap the setup on Friday. Alright, here we recap the setup on Friday. If we look on the high time frame, the daily, we see it there. Right, it's a 4 breakout at that level. You have break to the downside 7 times. And you have 3 sell liquidities. You see that? 1, 2, actually 2 right there. The minute it closed below that level, you're gonna see flip, and you already see the pre-market touch that level already. And here's how it manifests itself in the 15 minutes. You have this level, it break 1, break 2, break 3, break 4. The minute you thought it's gonna come down, it flip on you. Right here at 9, exactly 9:30. You feel like it's gonna come down, but that's where it flip. It make a huge rift to the buy side liquidity, and it continue to go up. That's amazing setup right there. So if you look closer, here's how it beginning in the daily time frame right there, and here's how it ending. See that? The huge reclaim right there, huge flip right there. Because we look at it level, it is a 4 breakout. Okay, it's 4 breakout that we see right there. The minute people thought they're gonna break, it flipped. So the whole idea right there. So it's beautiful setup on Friday. Alright, we have a wonderful review today. We always grateful for this opportunity. We do what we love, and success is coming our way. Day by day, little by little, in every way, we're getting better and better. Thank you and have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye for now.